Welcome back. It's the Hal Sparks Radio program, Mega Worldwide on the Sexy Liberal Podcast Network. It's the Hal Sparks Radio podcast, Mega Worldwide. And yeah, which is weird. I understand, but that works. The radio podcast as opposed to the radio program. You get it. You understand. It's not really a podcast. I mean, we vodcast every day, on my stream as well, but also here at nudesmax.com, 1X, because I'm a classy guy, or at infotainmentwars.com, and soon to be coming from fwank.com if you're a fan of Mike Lindell's. I tried to buy Mike Pillow, but somebody already got it on me. I was very, very upset. Let's grab another caller, because I do have some other stories I want to get to, but I think I'll do them as a happy ending if we can get through both of our callers. So who do we have next, Lady B?
We have Billy from Chicago.
Oh, right on. Billy from Chicago. Billy. Welcome, Billy.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon. How y'all doing?
We're good.
Doing great.
How are you?
Good. I heard your explanation of the situation in Palestine and Israel to the other gentleman, the two previous callers.
Yep.
From Florida, and I'm deeply offended by it. I would like to make a serious comment and an explanation to what's going on. I guess you failed to notice the what sparked this flare-up. So, 30 days ago, when we Muslims celebrate the holy month of Ramadan.
Understood. I'm not arguing hold on one second.
No.
I wasn't arguing the impetus for it. He was arguing why we don't have, whether having an ambassador approved or not. I was saying the ongoing issues between both countries are something that I think we can both agree that they've been going on for decades. Agreed? Yes? And that flare-ups happen because of actions by the Israelis like this one. That was not the question. The question was, without an Israeli ambassador, are we in a position to negotiate as a country? That's all I was addressing.
But you use the both sides narrative, and I would like to explain what is going on and what caused this major flare-up. That I honestly feel that this one is different from the other ones. 30 days ago, when Ramadan started in the Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood, there were 7 Palestinian families that were being threatened of being evicted by right-wing Zionists. They're using a law in the Israeli Supreme Court telling them that 1,400 years ago, this house used to belong to me. You need to get out of it. So, with that, and on top of the fact that this is the holy month of Ramadan, Muslims, we go to the Al-Aqsa Mosque to pray on a daily basis.
Right.
The IDF and the Jerusalem police closed off the gates, barring people from going to pray. It started off, it sparked a major backlash. People started to protest in Jerusalem, okay?
Right.
To the point where IDF soldiers went inside the holiest, the second holiest Muslim site in the entire world, with their shoes on, with rubber bullets and tear gas people while they were praying inside the mosque. People started to protest. Then there was a pogrom of Israeli Jews chasing down Arab Muslims living in Israel, because I heard you say that these missiles are also threats to the Palestinians and the Arabs that live in Israel. Actually, the Jewish Zionists of Tel Aviv are actually right now going around door to door, knocking and looking and hunting down for Muslims and Arab Christians. Okay, so
the idea though that somehow I get what you're saying. This is not. I'm not even making the argument about the purpose on this. I'm talking about what part the U.S. can play in this back and forth, because quite frankly, again, Israel is not a territory of the United States any more than the right wing would like to argue that Palestine is a territory of Iran, when it frankly isn't. The difference is what part can the United States play in bringing this violence to a close, if at all? If you're just arguing for the justification of the violence, then you seem to be arguing that there is no part for the United States to play in paring down this violence over time. That wasn't the argument that I'm making at all. How, as the United States, what part can the United States play in either stopping the violence, and if we cannot, what is to be done? Is it an action for the UN? Does the world sit back twiddling its thumbs while two ancient religions decide who gets to kill each other the most? Does that make sense?
I think we lost him.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well, I guess not then. I mean, if the whole point is just to argue about Zionist supremacy and the argument, I mean, like, Again, that is a part the United States can't play in the solution of this circumstance.
Right.
I mean, the U.S. does not have control over Israeli forces shooting people with rubber bullets inside the mosque. The United States has no part to play in making Muslims that were inside the mosque who were supposed to leave and aren't supposed to stay there, or whatever the rule is that they were trying to enforce by sending people in with their shoes on into the place. The U.S. can't play a part in making those people leave in an orderly fashion. We do not play a part in either side's emphatic actions in that circumstance. So the question becomes, what part can we play in negotiating peace, if at all? Because I mean, in my lifetime, there has never been a time when it hasn't been on fire in some direction. There have been short stays where it has slowed down, and that's it. And the entire circumstance is unhealthy and inhospitable to the religious beliefs of genuine worshipers, and seems to be a fight between two political forces using the deeply held religious beliefs of two groups of people to smash them together as often as possible. And within them, I'm sure there are, you know, Zionist supremacists and
right.
and you know, Muslims who believe that they lay a claim to rocks, you know, in a way that rocks do not lay a claim to humans. That's the part that none of us can answer. None of us. That is up to the people who, you know, are involved in that thing. The U.S. Can play a part in negotiations. Perhaps it goes as far as we can't give you certain support. We'll give you Iron Dome missiles, but we're not going to give you any offensive missiles, like I was saying. That's a part the U.S. can possibly play if we're supplying those things. But does that leave them open to an attack by another actor? Is that part of the play that happens there? That's why there's a negotiation. It's why it happens behind the scenes. It's why it's ongoing and why it's tenuous. That's the issue.